Hey y'all, welcome back to Rock Natural, the channel that's all about beauty on a budget. I'm super excited about today's video because I've actually been wanting to do it for some time now. So if you can tell by the title, I am going to be reviewing my makeup kit. By the way, if you haven't seen my video sharing makeup or sharing tips to be comfortable as a freelance makeup artist, be sure to go check that out as well, because you do not want to miss out on those tips and you're going to feel set up and ready to go. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into this video. So you saw my kit setup, and the way I have my kit set up, I have a suitcase. They do have actual makeup kit cases, but this is what I found has worked for me right now. I'm still, you know, trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work. Ideally, I would love to be in a studio space where I can just lay all my stuff out, keep it there, cleanse it, etc. But right now, this is what we're doing. Okay, so I got these bags off of Amazon, and they were the perfect, I'll be sure to link them down below. They were the perfect addition to my kit. I have a bag for every stage of the makeup process. So obviously with COVID, there are some additions to the kit or some changes depending on what state you're in. But a lot of the requirements outside of like wearing a mask, I was doing before COVID hit, and so this is just incorporating that. Okay, so the first bag we're going to talk about is the prep products. I have everything in here from, well, first off, gotta have the sanitizer, but I like to sanitize after everything I do, anytime I'm applying the face. And then other products that I have in here, I have like the setting sprays, I have primer, Power 2 Setting 1 Derma Blend, I have, you know, highlight, because sometimes I like to base it with a little glow. This is my Melanin Mills Gleam Radiance, and I like to apply this to give like that inner glow look. I got some toner that I need to re-up on. We got some minimizing pores, and I don't specifically use one particular brand, but I just like to make sure I have everything I need. Other things I have in here, Vaseline. Like, people use other stuff, but you'll be surprised how many people are like, oh my gosh, what did you put on my lips? And I'm like, just some Vaseline. And then I also have some under eye brightening creams, and to me these are all prep products. I have some color correctors in here, so I really applied everything. We got some oil. This is the Tarte oil. So that is the prep. I'm gonna explain the bags in order. And this may seem excessive, and obviously I could narrow this down, but when you're working with brides or a bridal party, you just never know someone's skin type. So I like to have different options of things, which is why it seems like there's a lot in here, but you just put it together, it fits right into the bag. Oh, and then I also carry makeup cleansing wipes. I like to cleanse my client's face. Even if they told me they just did it, I like to go do it again, put a little moisture on it. So I'm using Neutrogena right now for the first time. Our foundation concealer bag. So if you're like me, you know, you can see that there are a wide variety of shades in here, and I just like to keep it, you know, keep a wide variety. So I have it set up to where one side is foundation and then the other side is concealers. As far as concealers, the main ones I use are L.A Girl. Yes, I still use L.A Girl because it works. I mainly use the L.A Girl for bronzing. Like this beautiful bronze is really pretty. And I like to use Tarte Shape Tape for under the eyes. That one works really well. And then I do have some Too Faced in here. And then I do have some Fenty. So those are kind of like my main. And I do have a NARS. I really want to get some more of the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealers because these are amazing. So those are like my top brands. As far as foundations, I mainly use MAC. So I have the Born This Way foundation for my next we have our powder bag. And so powders for me are setting powders and bronzers, contour, blushes, highlights if it's not in a pack. I also have some single standalone eyeshadows in here. I have some Danessa Myricks powder, evolution powder, that I just started using these and I really love them to like set underneath the eye. So the thing with powder, bam, is I probably don't need as many as I have, but I like to have multiple because like I say, you just never know someone's skin type. This is not set up any way particular, but I have a lot of MAC in here. Like this blush is really pretty. And then I have Anastasia bronzers that I've been using for a long time. My RCMA powder and my Derma Blend powder are two of my top powders. Like I said, I just added the Danessa Myricks, and then I have some standalone eyeshadows in here. This I think is actually a highlight, and I also have highlight and blush. And then I just have a bunch of different palettes. These aren't even all of my palettes, but I usually try, so with the palettes, I usually try to just take whichever ones based off of what I know I need for that day. So these are all of the palettes that I have in my kit right now, which probably seems excessive, but let's talk about a few of these. So this one is eyebrows. And the thing what I like about this is that it has a different shade, so I can have all of the variety of shades. So this is one of my palettes. Then I also have a blush palette that is particular just for my blushes, and these shades, outside of the standalone blushes that I have in my powder bag, usually get the job done for my clients. And then the other ones are eyeshadow, and sometimes I carry the Graftobian palette if I know it's more for like a photo shoot. Oh, okay. And then this one is highlight. I still use this. This is another one of my go-to outside of my standalone highlights. But then the rest of them are palettes that I use. So we have the Jaclyn, I could just go through some of these. We have the Jaclyn Hill palette because it has the variety of colors. We have the Carly Bybel palette, which is perfect for like bridal or soft glam. We have the Nubian 2 by Juvia's Place palette, which also has a bunch of cool colors. We have the soft glam Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, which is perfect for bridal. I use this shade a lot, obviously, as you can see. It's like my go-to brown. I recently just picked up the KKW bridal palette. I'm excited to try this out. I feel like these are a lot of the shades that my brides want. Most of my clients want something neutral, so I just like switch it up a little bit if I need to. Then the Perception palette by Shayla. This also has a lot of colors. And then this palette by ColourPop, which is called Sweet Talk, but it's perfect because it has a bunch of different pinks in it and really like chunky glitter. So we talked about all of the palettes. Yeah, as far as palettes and eyeshadows, I know some people depot their palettes, or people buy like freestanding palettes and then put the shades that they want in there. This is just the easiest for me because, like I said, I'm just so familiar with what's in my palette. That's one of my tips in from my video, that it's easy for me to say, okay, you want this look, let me just grab this palette. So these are some of my staples. Like I said, I do have some that I switch out depending on what we are doing. So before we talk about the brushes, because that's really not nothing fun, we have our eye bag, and this is like perfect for my eye bag because the eye products are a lot smaller. So we gotta have the mascara. Don't worry, I have the mascara wands. We're gonna talk about all the other essential stuff outside of like products once I'm done. We also have these beautiful waterproof cushion colors from Danessa Myricks that I actually got to do a really cool shoot with. Then we have like the eye primer base. I use the P. Louise. If this is too light for someone, then I'll go ahead and just use some concealer, or I have some other shades in here like this NYX pomade. We have a pencil sharpener. We have scissors in here. We have, oh, these colors too. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm gonna do a makeup look with this actually, so stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. So now that we've touched on all of those things, I want to talk about some other essential products, some essential things that I have in my kit. So we talked about eyes. I do have lots of different eyelashes that I just keep in the front of my kit. I have some individuals just in case somebody wants those. I have different type of lashes. My go-tos are the wispies. People love these, but I do have another wispy. I just bought some other eyelashes too. The hair store has really good lashes. Like, don't sleep on them. They're pretty affordable and like you could buy a lot. I have these as well, and then I have the other ones I just said that I purchased. So that's for eyes. Other things that I keep in my kits, I keep these applicators like this in my kit. I keep these spoolies in my kit. I keep some of these little containers. So sometimes I'll take one out to show you. Sometimes people want some product or some powder for me to leave behind, and so these little containers are perfect just to put like a sample size in there. I keep those in my kit because you just never know. So you could put like lip gloss, lipstick, powder in here. It's perfect. I have my pencil lip liners. I mean, this is not the most appealing thing. I keep these sponges in there. I do like to use beauty blenders, but sometimes now too for like more sanitary purposes, it's good to have these in your kit, so I just keep them in a plastic bag. I also have some, I'll have a cape to wrap around, you know, so that they don't get anything on it. You gotta have a mirror so they can get like the first look. And then I have some alcohol in here to spray on the powder in between clients. I have an eyelash curler. And then as far as lipsticks, I just bought this. It's a watercolor paint box, but I'm going to depot my lipstick because I have been using like the alcohol clean swab method. These are also just like in a plastic bag to apply the lipstick. So what I mean by that is I would take the lipstick, you know, kind of like they do at MAC, spray it with the alcohol, wipe it off on the paper towel, do it one more time, and then apply it to the person's lips. But I want to decrease any type of contamination, so I'm going to depot all of my lipsticks. I do have lipsticks into a lipstick container. That way I can just take my spoolies, or I can take a brush and apply straight to the lips, or take a chunk, put it on my hand after being sanitized, and then apply it to their lips. So is that everything? Did I talk about everything? Oh, brushes. I keep this in my kit as well, and then we have all of our brushes. I actually just purchased one of these stands because I like, so I've just been laying them out on a towel. Oh, that's what I want to share with you as well. I've just been laying them out on a towel, but what I can do now is put all of my clean brushes in here, and then after they've been used, go ahead and put them in here. That way when I'm working in between clients, I know which ones are dirty, which ones are clean, and this will stand up perfectly for me just to be able to pick from. I don't really like the belts that much. I always keep paper towels handy. So some people will use paper towels to lay down like on their surface before, you know, to put their products on to prevent any contamination. I mainly use these so to wipe the back of my hand, wipe down any product in between clients, also use it to wipe the lipstick on. So that's what I keep this for. I carry a towel to put down between the surface and my products. So wow, that was a lot. I'm gonna have to put a line in the description box to make sure you kept up, or I'll make sure to really just describe the product well, describe the products in the video well. But that is all for this video. Like I said, don't forget to watch my makeup artist tips to be more confident video. That way those two can go hand in hand and you'll feel like you're ready to go get started, bust a move. Hey, there's enough service and people wanting their makeup done for everybody out here. One person can't do it all, so there's enough love to go around, which is why I don't care sharing some of my secrets and things that I carry along with me. If you like the videos, if you like videos like this, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram, particularly Rock Natural Beauty, which is where you can see all of my artistry and all of my work on people. But then also don't forget to follow my personal Instagram to keep up with my day-to-day life. Subscribe to this channel. We're growing, we're thriving, and I appreciate you so much. And I'll see you in my next upload. Toodles.